lost track of the need to accelerate through the sandy patch. Considerably bigger than Hayden's one. Not that size matters, but what we're going to do is we are going to allow them to join forces, and collectively they are going to bring us incredible sightings.
Double the effectiveness.
Yes, double luck. Stand by. Cool. Well, wouldn't it be nice to see a porcupine one night when they're out foraging food? Sadly, because they are nocturnal and we don't operate too long after dark, it does make seeing them difficult. Very interesting looking creature. Let's see what this red-billed hornbill's up to on the road ahead of us here. We may see it doing a little bit of hunting. They're such comical birds. And hunting it certainly is. Let's keep an eye on it. Insects, small lizards, small rodents. All prey items that they'll feed on. You can see how he's tilting his head from side to side looking in the grass for any prey. They also eat chameleons, hornbills. Now, as much as I love hornbills, I also love chameleons, so it's kind of a tricky one when you see a hornbill flying past with a chameleon in its beak. But that is nature. It's the same for the cute baby impala and the leopard that feed on them. Just keep an eye on this hornbill and see what he finds to feed on next. Maybe he's just flown up to the small vantage point to... Oh, there we go. What have you seen down there? I love the way they hop and walk. Now, there's a lot of people watching you, Mr. Hornbill, so this is your time to shine, to make an impressive kill. It's getting broadcasted to many people all around the world. Oh, there we go. It ate something, but it was tiny, whatever it was. And also not hugely surprising that he's performing the majority of his craziest stunts behind the foliage, but now he's back out again. Ooh, certainly went for something there. Let's see if he shows us whatever it was that he... No, seemed like it was an unsuccessful strike. Oh, there we go, a little grasshopper. That'll do. It's incredible how quickly it strikes down on those prey items. I mean, it's essentially like us trying to catch a grasshopper between two fingers with a pair of tweezers. not easy at all, but it made it look easy there. Oh, I'm not sure what that was that he picked up there, but he did pick up something small on the road. That noise that we can hear, which sounds like two marbles clanging against one another, is a bird with a very interesting name. It's a green-backed Cameroptera, as far as I'm aware. There's another one that sounds very similar to that, the tawny frank-prilia, but in this case I think it is the green-backed Cameroptera, which is a mouthful. Let's see if we can stay with this hornbill for a little bit longer. Still is hunting actively. It really would be nice to see it make a kill of a decent size. Something that it actually does have to kill to feed on, rather than just swallowing whole. When they find beetles and slightly bigger prey with harder exoskeletons, they obviously have to bash them and soften them up a bit before they can swallow them. So that would be nice to see. But this individual seems to be, oh, something else small. They really do just come across as such joyful, happy animals. The hornbills. Who is nesting in a torchwood tree. Those are Jacobin's cuckoos that flew past that you could hear calling. So I think if we approach this nest from the other angle, we may be able to stop further away and be able to show the adults in the nest before it takes off. But let's just spend a little bit of time here and see if it doesn't by any chance come back to continue. I'm guessing incubating the eggs. No, it's headed off even further. But what Brian can do now is he can just pan across to the torchwood tree that they are nesting in. They make quite a haphazard nest out of sticks in the fork of the tree. And as we stopped, it poked up its head and flew out in the same motion. But that there is a corner of the nest. As you can see on the right hand side of the screen, there's a few other little twigs, so it does extend across the fork of that tree. Wouldn't it be nice to get a camera up there monitoring the growth of the youngsters. Of the camera that we're kind of eye level with it, which means it is small, because giraffe are born at about 2 meters in height, so that's roughly the height that Brian's camera is elevated at. Now that it's relaxed a little bit with our presence, I'm gonna continue to family here. A big male with a mother and a young calf, but we will show you all of them shortly. Well, when I said this was a young calf, it is young, but possibly a month or a few months old, not within the last week or two. Okay, now interestingly here, if you watch the mother closely here, she is browsing on these leaves, so currently eating as we speak. Okay, now that food will go into her stomach, be partly digested, and then be regurgitated up into the mouth as cud, and then she'll chew on it again, and that way it'll make its way through the 4-chambered stomach. But if we go back to the calf, we'll notice that the calf is busy ruminating, so it's standing by that bush, but not actually feeding on any of the leaves, and you'll notice that okay, so now it's just swallowed. Now, if Brian can get as tight as he can in onto the head, okay, now it started chewing again. So now, this youngster is chewing the cud, and it will continue to chew this little ball for a few seconds, and then we'll notice it stop and swallow. And if we watch closely, you can even see the next bolus of cud coming up the throat tract. The trachea back into the mouth. So let's watch this closely and see if we can't see it all happen. So it looks like it's about to finish and swallow this mouthful. Nearly there. Keep watching closely. Okay, there it's swallowed. Now watch closely. You'll see the next ball coming back up. Boink! There it is. Oh! And here we have the mother. I hope you got to see that, folks. We can try again if you didn't, but you can literally see that next bolus of cud working its way up its throat into the mouth. Technique. Oh, an oxpecker's arrived. It's all happening here. It's almost like it's performing some kind of a dance move. All the oxpeckers seem to be giving the youngster the most attention, which is interesting.